Jay Delaney and his family, now the big day is here.
In this next story, you'll really see where the name for our series, Inside PJ's Brain, came from.
Take a look.
Surgery day is here, but this is just the first step in the big picture. Doctors will drill a hole into PJ's skull and have access to his brain today, all while he's awake. We're taking you into the OR, so just a warning, some of the footage is graphic.
That's pretty good.
It's an early morning in Gainesville for PJ Delaney and his family.
The only painful part of the operation, which is the numbing medicine that I have to inject in those 4 spots.
To best explain DBS, PJ's neurosurgeon, Dr. Kelly Foote,
Not much of a complainer, are you?
says the brain is a supercomputer.
Different wires and circuits in the brain are responsible for things like vision and hearing.
And movement. That's why PJ's here.
Parkinson's disease is a disease that makes it so you can't move the way you want to move.
PJ's movement circuit isn't functioning properly. That's why we're here.
We get the DBS lead in just the right spot where the bad signal is coming from. We deliver rapid pulses of electricity that sort of act like white noise and cover up that bad signal that allows the rest of the motor network and that circuitry to function better.
The lead goes in the right side of PJ's brain, which controls movements on the left side of his body, where he's had the most trouble.
Wild dyskinetic movements or extra involuntary movements, stimulation really suppresses those nicely, and I think that's one of the things that PJ is looking forward to.
In this operation, Dr. Foote is putting the wire in the faulty part of PJ's brain, but it's not plugged in yet.
We'll attach it to the skull, and it will be coiled up under his scalp.
Until his next surgery, where Dr. Foote will connect the wire to a generator that, when activated, delivers signals to relax PJ's dyskinesia.
You just turn it up, you turn it down, you adjust it. Ultimately, you'll find whatever is the best settings, and then you just leave it there.
Swelling caused by the surgery helps.
That swollen part of the brain that stops functioning for a while. It's stunned. Since that's the part of the brain that's sending out the bad signal, it's actually therapeutic.
But first, he has to get through the surgery awake.
Intuitively, that sounds really scary and really painful. I promise it won't hurt, it's just loud. Until they get in there and realize, oh my gosh, this really doesn't hurt. It's just so counterintuitive to think that you could have a hole drilled in your head. All right, here we go. And something pass through your brain. Get the covering of the brain out of the way so we can see and have it not hurt.
Put yourself in PJ's place. Not fun.
The whole environment is carefully manipulated to manage anxiety.
He played relaxing music.
Just type in classical goes pop.
And talked to PJ the whole time.
You having fun yet, PJ?
And there it is, PJ's brain.
Isn't that cool? So now you're gonna win at every barbecue and cocktail party for the rest of your life, because no one's gonna be able to top, I once saw my own brain.
The lead is in, and here's why PJ's awake.
If you're awake, you know, you can participate, and I think we can maybe get a little bit better outcome.
So they turned on the system. Dr. Leo Almeida takes it from here.
Count to 5 again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How about your left leg?
It stops all of a sudden.
Do a little bit of a fine-tuning before deciding where to implant the electrode, in the final position.
Telling them where the lead should be.
1 millimeter in the brain is the difference between Florida and California.
PJ is tired.
You okay?
I'd like to end it if we could.
And just like that,
Congratulations, my friend. All the things we use to tell if we're in a good place are looking good.
the team at UF Health has implanted more than 1,800 DBS leads.
Get you out of here, how about that?
And Dr. Foote says it never gets old.
There are only a couple of places in the hospital where people are happy, where they're delivering babies, and in my OR. Everybody else is sick, but those people are coming out of this with a substantial improvement. And that's really fun.
So step one is successful. Next, we'll fast forward about a month and go back into the OR for PJ's second surgery, where the puzzle really starts to come together.
He wants to go swim.
He wants to go swim. That's just how he is. He's a go-getter, and nothing slows him down.
Yeah.
And you'll see that as this story continues, because this seems like it would be the culmination of everything, but this is only the first step.
Now, how long was this actual procedure from start to finish when they first injected to the end when they sewed him back up?
About 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours.
Yeah, so the pre-op part where they inject the numbing medicine, he said this is going to be the most painful part of the entire thing, which is crazy because he's awake and his head is open.
Yeah.
To an extent, but the hole that they drill in his skull is only the size of a dime, but it looks a lot bigger because it's zoomed in.
Right, yeah, but still.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just to be in there and to hear the drill. I don't get squeamish, so I think it was a good assignment for me, but I know a lot of reporters in the newsroom were saying, yeah, I don't know if I would have been able to film that one myself, but it's it was too fascinating to me to not watch.
Yeah.
I couldn't look away.
It's just such a remarkable story.
Thank you, and it's not over. That's the best part.
Right.
We have Inside PJ's Brain, the 30-minute special. That's coming up tomorrow at 7. It's also going to run Sunday over the weekend if you don't get a chance to see it tomorrow. So that'll give you kind of a comprehensive look at his full journey. But even at the end of our 6-part series, his story isn't really over.
Yes.
So I'm just going to leave you hanging with that.
He's got a long way to go.
He absolutely